old method. I just got my delivery from Amazon, my first kit, my beginner's kit to a witchcraft, but it's herbs and candles and things like that. But I am dealing with a serious demonic spiritual husband or spiritual spouse. There are several, but no, not as many as I would think there was, but there's actually quite a bit of information. We all have one, and I've watched several, done a lot of research, and they say you take garlic and chop it up pretty fine, and then mash it up, and then you boil the water just to a boil, and then you put the salt in it, sea salt, and just for a little bit, and then you put the garlic in it, and then you'll drain it with a white filter, white's purity, with a white filter, and then you separate, so the contents will be separate. The solid you can either throw away or cook with it, and the liquid part you put in a lidded container, closed in a cool, dry area, and you let it sit overnight. However, you use it at bath time, and you either shower or bath, it doesn't matter, but you wash first, because once you apply this, you don't add any soap. This is my first time trying this. I know that they say it takes 3 days to do an average one on repeat, but this one could take 7 to 14 days, especially when you have a very strong, powerful one that has especially been around as long as mine. Thank you, but I've got to cook it on the stove. I got to boil it. It's got to boil with the salt in it for a minute, and then I got to add the content. Again, I'm sorry. He's just trying to help, and it's hard to stay focused on what I'm doing when I ask, something specific to be a certain way, and then it gets confused. I'm confused because it's new to me. But in the witchcraft kit, it came with all the different herbs and candles and spices from Amazon. I did a video preview on their thing. So I'm dicing up the garlic now. Then I'll put it in my little bowl. I'm so excited over it. I'm going to get my cast iron skillet this weekend. And mash it so it becomes kind of powdery, because you're gonna, when you get into the shower after you bathe it, you put it on and it becomes like a paste, and then you let it air dry. Don't dry it off. Let it air dry. Put it all over you. But once you do it, make sure you're going to bed. After you put it on, you lay down to go to bed. Don't involve in any activities. And the whole time while you're doing it, you say the mantras in your head. You release and banish the spiritual connection, the spiritual entity of a spouse that's coming to you. I don't know. Everybody has different levels of it. Mine seems to be very, very strong, demonic, jealous. So I believe that should be good. Now I add this to some sea salt water. Just be sparing with it, but you're going to do it for 14 days, 7 to 14 days. I suggest you look up the spiritual spouse I'm not sure if I know how to leave links below or where I got my information from, but there's quite a bit of ways people get information. So I'm going to pause it now, and then I will come back and show you it in the container. It was, oh, I missed the whole little one. It was a lot easier. Like the first video I watched the lady, she just talked about it, and then I watched the lady actually do it, and it was a kind of a different journey. Pretty same method. Everybody's going to have their own technique on how what they want to say, their mantras, how they want to go about it, but this spiritual spouse thing is very real. I always thought the devil was just always in my face, but apparently it was just a different kind of devil. It was, mine was cursed to me. Some of it. The rest of it, there's more than just one, but I feel like such a witch right now. Abracadabra. But this kit came with a pendulum board. I've been learning a lot about the candles and what they represent, so I'm going to, as I progress in what I learn, I'll pass it on to a different viewer, different crowd. Knowledge is power. Don't believe everything that you see or hear. Do your own research and go about how you feel about it. I feel I'm going to need a whole lot of prayer. A whole lot of prayer. I'm not a witch. I'm universally spread out. I believe in all things. I connect all things. And I bring it together. And what's the worst thing you can do if you take something that is considered wrong, like bad, but you're doing good with it? And if it connects and aligns with what you're doing, then it's not too off. These are the crystals, the bottle of crystals. Things were much bigger than it appeared. It came with this vintage spoon. But you found that. Then we have to invoke our, and it came with a new set of cards, tarot cards, and so many herbs. But I got my salt. Is it ready? Ready? Alright. Okay. I'm going to, I don't know if I can pause it.